Okay, since you're looking at this video or listening to this screencast rather, I know that you finished your Act 1 quiz today. Congratulations, we are almost done with Romeo and Juliet. Remember, in Act 1 is where we got background on Romeo and Juliet's families and their feud with one another. In Act 2, we're going to see Romeo and Juliet come closer together. Today is my day to read since you all read last time, and then tomorrow will be your day to read. In order to prevent myself from having to read the same story over and over and over for 5 classes, I made this screencast to play for everyone. So when you're ready, make sure you have your packet and your reading guide with you, and we'll begin. Okay? Remember, we are reading the modern text, which is on the right-hand side of the packet, not the Shakespearean text, which is on the left-hand side. If you would like to read the Shakespearean text, you are able to do that. I'm just reading the modern because it's easier for all of us to follow and to understand the important points of the story. Okay, here we go. We're on Act 2, Prologue. Chorus. Now Romeo's old feelings of desire are dying, and a new desire is eager to take their place. Romeo groaned for the beautiful Rosaline, and said he would die for her. But compared with tender Juliet, Rosaline doesn't seem beautiful now. Now someone loves Romeo, and he's in love again, both of them falling for each other's good looks. But he has to make his speeches of love to a woman who's supposed to be his enemy. And she's been hooked by someone she should fear. Because he's an enemy, Romeo has no chance to see Juliet and say the things a lover normally says. And Juliet's just as much in love as he, but she has even less opportunity to meet her lover. But love gives them power, and time gives them chance to meet, sweetening the extreme danger with intense pleasure. Okay, as I read, I'm going to stop and say, ooh, I would put a sticky note right there. That's the time when you can stop if you're not sure where to and put down your own thoughts. Remember, you have to have 7 sticky notes for this packet with your name at the bottom in order to receive credit for reading. And really, it's just my way to keep track of what you understand and what you don't. Okay, let's keep going. Act 2, Scene 1. Sometimes I can sound like a guy. Romeo enters alone. Can I go while my heart stays here? I have to go back to where my heart is. Romeo moves away. Benvolio and Mercutio enter. Benvolio. Romeo, my cousin. Romeo, Romeo. Mercutio. He's a smart boy. I bet he slipped away and went home to bed. He ran this way and jumped over this orchard wall. Call him, Mercutio. I'll conjure him as if I were summoning a spirit. Romeo, madman, passion, lover, show yourself in the form of a sigh. Speak one rhyme and I'll be satisfied. Just one cry out. Ah me, just say love and dove. Just say one lovely word to my good friend Venus. Just say the nickname of her blind son Cupid, the one who shot arrows so well in the old story. Romeo doesn't hear me, he doesn't stir, he doesn't move. The silly ape is dead, but I must make him appear. I summon you by Rosaline's bright eyes, by her high forehead and her red lips, by her fine feet, by her straight legs, by her trembling thighs, and by the regions right next to her thighs. In the name of all these things, I command you to appear before us in your true form. Stop. Is Mercutio still high? Why is he talking about Rosaline's thighs? Does he like her? They have a lot of personal references in this play. Anyway, that's my question. Is Mercutio still high, and is that why he's pretending to summon Romeo with a spell? Why not just go look for him? You can put any of that you feel okay with. Okay. Benvolio, if he hears you, you'll make him angry. What I'm saying can't anger him. He would be angry if I summoned a strange spirit for her to have sex with. That would make him angry. The things I'm saying are fair and honest. All I'm doing is saying the name of a woman he loves to lure him out of the darkness. Come on, he's hidden behind these trees to keep the night company. His love is blind, so it belongs to the dark. If love is blind, it can't hit the target. Now he's still under a medlar tree and wish his mistress were one of those fruits that look like female genitalia. Oh, Romeo, I wish she were an open arse and you a popperin pear to pop her in. Good night, Romeo. I'll go to my little trundle bed. This open field is too cold a place for me to sleep. Come on, should we go? Wait. Did he just say that he wishes Romeo were under the girl he loved? Mercutio and Benvolio are having a real intimate conversation about Romeo and the girl that he loves. Let's go. There's no point in looking for him if he doesn't want to be found. Benvolio and Mercutio exit. Stop. My sticky note is, why are Benvolio and Mercutio talking about Romeo sleeping with Rosaline? The other part is, if they can't find him and they're at an enemy's house, why would they leave him? I don't think that's safe. Why would you leave someone you care about in a place where you know they could get hurt? I don't know. That's my question. Whatever yours is, put that down and make sure you put your name at the bottom of the sticky note. Okay, we have Romeo. It's easy for someone to joke about scars if they've never been cut. Romeo is still in his feelings at this point, and he does hear Mercutio joking, but he loves Juliet, so I guess he's going to find her. Remember, like we saw in the movie when he was climbing the wall? Okay. Juliet enters on the balcony. But wait! What's that light in the window over there? Oh, that's Romeo, sorry. But wait! What's that light in the window over there? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Rise up, beautiful sun, and kill the jealous moon. The moon is already sick and pale with grief because of you, Juliet. Her maid are more beautiful than she. Don't be her maid because she is jealous. Virginity makes her look sick and green. Only fools hold on to their virginity. Let it go. Pause. Is Romeo after Juliet's cookies now? I think he is. That's my sticky note question. Now that Romeo can't get with Rosaline, has he just transferred over to Juliet? So is it love or is it lust? That's my question. You put your own down. Remember, we have to do 7. I think I'm at number 3 or 4. Only fools hold on to their virginity. Let it go. Oh, there's my lady. Oh, it is my love. I wish she knew how much I love her. She's talking, but she's not saying anything. So what? Her eyes are saying something. I will answer them. I am too bold. She's not talking to me. 2 of the brightest stars in the whole sky had to go away on business, and they're asking her eyes to twinkle in their places until they return. What if her eyes were in the sky and the stars were in her head? The brightness of her cheeks would outshine the stars the way the sun outshines a lamp. If her eyes were in the night sky, they would shine so brightly through space that birds would start singing, thinking her light was the light of day. Look how she leans her hand on her cheek. Oh, I wish I was the glove on that hand so I could touch that cheek. Juliet, oh my. Romeo, she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel. You are as glorious as an angel tonight. You shine above me like a winged messenger from heaven who makes mortal men fall on their backs to look up at the sky, watching the angel walking on the clouds and sailing on the air. Why is he's whispering an awful lot to be trying to hide from somebody. Juliet, not knowing Romeo, hears her. Oh, Romeo, Romeo. Why do you have to be Romeo? Forget about your father and change your name. Or else, if you won't change your name, just swear you love me and I'll stop being a Capulet. Romeo, should I listen for more or should I speak now? It's only your name that's my enemy. You'd still be yourself even if you stopped being a Montague. What's a Montague anyway? It isn't a hand, a foot, an arm, a face, or any other part of a man. Oh, be some other name. What does a name mean? The thing we call a rose would smell just as sweet if we called it by any other name. Romeo would be just as perfect even if he wasn't called Romeo. Romeo, lose your name, trade in your name, which really has nothing to do with you, and take all of me in exchange. Pause. Sticky note. Is Juliet thinking about hooking up with Romeo? They have known each other all of 15 minutes, so is she being fast too? So she hasn't made the same vow as Rosaline? That's my sticky note question. You can put down whatever you have. I think I'm up to 4 or 5. She said take all of me in exchange. Okay, girl. Romeo. Now he's talking to her. I trust your words. Just call me your love and I will take a new name. From now on, I will never be Romeo again. Juliet. Who are you? Why do you hide in the darkness and listen to my private thoughts? I don't know how to tell you who I am by telling you a name. I hate my name. I hate my name, dear saint, because my name is your enemy. If I had it written down, I would tear up the paper. I haven't heard you say 100 words yet, but I recognize the sound of your voice. Girl, sorry. Aren't you Romeo? Aren't you a Montague? I'm neither of those things if you dislike them. Tell me, how did you get in here? And why did you come? The orchard walls are high and it's hard to climb over them. If any of my relatives find you here, they'll kill you because of who you are. I flew over these walls with the light wings of love. Stone walls can't keep love out. Whatever a man in love can possibly do, his love will make him try to do it. Therefore, your relatives are no obstacle. If they see you, they'll murder you. Alas, one angry look from you would be worse than 20 of your relatives with swords. Just look at me kindly, and I'm invincible against their hatred. I'd give anything to keep them from seeing you here. The darkness will hide me from them. And if you don't love me, let them find me here. I'd rather they killed me than have to live without your love. Romeo and Juliet are dramatic. I just had to throw that out there, just in case you want to catch it. Who told you how to get here? Below my bedroom. Love showed me the way. The same thing that made me look for you in the first place. Love told me what to do, and I let love borrow my eyes. I'm not a sailor, but if you were across the farthest sea, I would risk everything to gain you. You can't see my face because it's dark out. Otherwise, you'd see me blushing about the things you've heard me say tonight. I would be happy to keep up good manners and deny the things I said, but forget about good manners. Do you love me? I know you'll say yes and I'll believe you. But if you swear you love me, you might turn out to be lying. They say love laughs when lovers lie to each other. Oh, Romeo, if you really love me, say it truly. Or if you think it's too easy and quick to win my heart, I'll frown and play hard to get, as long as that will make you try to win me. But otherwise, I wouldn't act that way for anything. In truth, handsome Montague, I like you too much, so you may think my behavior is loose. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove myself more faithful than girls who act coy and play hard to get. I should have been more standoffish, I confess, but you overheard me talking about the love in my heart when I didn't know you were there, so excuse me, and do not assume that because you made me love you so easily, my love isn't serious. Pause. Here's my sticky note. Is Juliet easy? Because I feel like she's talking about getting with Romeo and she just met him. And I love that she's like, I don't do this usually, Romeo. Normally I would play hard to get and everything, but just something about you that made me feel like we have a connection. I feel like she is easy. How are you like this about somebody you just met, and then you're going to tell him, I don't want you to think I do this all the time, but you're doing it right now. So what's that? Am I being too harsh on her? Anyway, my sticky note says, is Juliet loose? I'm going to answer with a yes. I put my question and answer down on mine. I think she's loose because of how she's acting. And I don't think that it just goes away with her saying, well, don't think that I act like this all the time. Well, he just met you. This is what he knows. Back to the reading. You all need to maintain focus. Romeo, fast self. Lady, I swear by the sacred moon above, the moon that paints the tops of fruit trees with silver. Don't swear by the moon. The moon is always changing. Every month its position in the sky shifts. I don't want you to turn out to be that inconsistent too. Well, what should I swear by? Don't swear at all. But if you have to swear, swear by your wonderful self, which is the God I worship like an idol. And then I'll believe you. Ma'am, he's a God now. Is he Jesus? Sorry, back to the reading. If my heart's dear love, well, don't swear. Although you bring me joy, I can't take joy in this exchange of promises tonight. It's too crazy. We haven't done enough thinking. It's too sudden. It's too much like lightning, which flashes and then disappears before you can say, it's lightning. My sweet, good night. Our love, which right now is like a flower bud in the summer air, may turn out to be a beautiful flower by the next time we meet. I hope you enjoy the same sweet peace and rest I feel in my heart. Oh, are you going to leave me so unsatisfied? See, there we go. We see what Romeo's trying to do. She's trying to walk away, and he's like, hold on. Back up. What satisfaction could you possibly have tonight? I would be satisfied if we made each other true promises of love. I pledged my love to you before you asked me to, yet I wish I could take that promise back, so I had to give it again. You would take it back? Why would you do that, my love? Only to be generous and give it to you once more. But I'm wishing for something I already have. My generosity to you is as limitless as the sea, and my love is as deep. The more love I give you, the more I have. Both loves are infinite. The nurse calls from off stage. I hear a noise inside. Dear love, goodbye. Just a minute, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay here for a moment. I'll come back. Oh, blessed, blessed night, because it's dark out. I'm afraid all this is just a dream, too sweet to be real. 3 words, Romeo. 3 words, dear Romeo, and then it's good night for real. If your intentions as a lover are truly honorable and you want to marry me, send me word tomorrow. I'll send a messenger to you, and you can pass on a message telling me where and when we'll be married. I'll lay all my fortunes at your feet and follow you, my lord, all over the world. Madam, I'll be right there. But if you don't have honorable intentions, I beg you, madam. All right, I'm coming. I beg you to stop trying for me and leave me to my sadness. Tomorrow I'll send the messenger. My soul depends on it. 1,000 times good night. Leaving you is 1,000 times worse than being near you. A lover goes towards his beloved as enthusiastically as a schoolboy leaving his books. But when he leaves his girlfriend, he feels as miserable as the schoolboy on his way to school. Romeo starts to leave. Juliet returns on her balcony. Romeo! I wish I could make a falconer's call so I could bring my little falcon back again. I'm trapped in my family's house, so I must be quiet. Otherwise, I would rip open the cave where Echo sleeps. I would make her repeat his name until her voice grew more hoarse than mine by repeating, my Romeo! My soul is calling out my name. The sound of lovers calling each other's names through the night is silver sweet. It's the sweetest sound a lover ever hears. Wait, what? Romeo, my baby hawk, what time tomorrow should I send a messenger to you? By 9 o'clock. I've forgotten why I called you back. Let me stand here until you remember your reason. I'll forget it and you'll have to stand there forever. I'll only remember how much I love your company. I'll keep standing here even if you keep forgetting. I'll forget that I have any home besides this spot right here. It's almost morning. I want to make you go, but I'd only let you go as far as a spoiled child lets his pet bird go. He lets the bird hop a little from his hand and then yanks him back by a string. I wish I was your bird. My sweet, so do I, but I would kill you by petting you too much. Okay, they're crazy. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I'll say good night until tonight becomes tomorrow. Juliet exits. I hope you sleep peacefully. I wish I were asleep in peace so I could spend the night with you. Now I'll go see my priest to ask for his help and tell him about my good luck. He exits. Fix it, Jesus. Romeo and Juliet. I can't. Okay, scene 3. We're almost at the end. Keep going. Basket. The smiling morning is replacing the frowning night. Darkness is stumbling out of the sun's path like a drunk man. Now, before the sun comes up and burns away the dew, I have to fill this basket of mine with poisonous weeds and medicinal flowers. The earth is nature's mother and also nature's tomb. Plants are born out of the earth and they are buried in the earth when they die. From the earth's womb, many different sorts of plants and animals come forth, and the earth provides her children with many excellent forms of nourishment. Everything nature creates has some special property, and each one is different. Herbs, plants, and stones possess great power. There is nothing on earth that is so evil that it does not provide the earth with some special quality, and there is nothing that does not turn bad if it's put to the wrong use and abused. Virtue turns to vice if it's misused. Vice sometimes becomes virtue through the right activity. Sticky note. Why is the pastor gathering poisons? Shouldn't he be praying or working on a sermon or something like that? What kind of pastor gathers herbs and plants? I'm confused. Is he also a doctor? That's my question. I think I'm up to 5 or 6 now. But my question is the pastor also a doctor? What does he need these plants for? You put down whatever you would like. Inside the little rind of this weak flower, there is both poison and powerful medicine. If you smell it, you feel good all over your body. But if you taste it, you die. There are 2 opposite elements in everything, in men as well as in herbs, good and evil. I think that's an example of foreshadow. Maybe somebody's going to seem good but do something bad, or seem bad but do something good. I don't know. Let's keep reading. When evil is dominant, death soon kills the body like cancer. Good morning, Father. God bless you. Who greets me so early in the morning? Young man, something's wrong if you're getting out of bed this early. Every old man has worries, and worried men never get any sleep. But young men shouldn't have a care in the world. They should get to bed early and get plenty of sleep. Therefore, the fact that you're awake this early tells me you've been upset with some anxiety. If that's not the case, then this must be the answer. You, Romeo, have not been to bed tonight. Your last guess is right. I enjoyed a sweeter rest than sleep. May God forgive you if you sinned. Were you with Rosaline? With Rosaline? No, Father, no. I've forgotten that girl and all the sadness she brought me. That's good, my boy. But where have you been? I'll tell you before you have to ask me again. I've been feasting with my enemy. Suddenly someone wounded me with love and was wounded with love by me. You have the sacred power to cure both of us. I carry no hatred, holy man, because my request will benefit my enemy. Speak plainly. Make your meaning clear, my son. A jumbled confession can only receive a jumbled absolution. I love Rich Capulet's daughter. I love her and she loves me. We're bound to each other in every possible way, except we need you to marry us. I'll tell you more later about when and where we met, how we fell in love, and how we exchanged promises. But now I'm begging you, please agree to marry us today. Holy Saint Francis, this is a drastic change. Have you given up so quickly on Rosaline, whom you loved so much? Then young men love with their eyes, not with their hearts. Jesus and Mary, how many tears did you cry for Rosaline? How many salty teardrops did you waste salting a love you never tasted? The sun hasn't yet melted away the fog you made with all your sighs. The groans you used to make are still ringing in my old ears. There's still a stain on your cheek from an old tear that hasn't been washed off yet. If you were ever yourself and this sadness was yours, you and your sadness were all for Rosaline. And now you've changed? Then repeat this after me. You can't expect women to be faithful when men are so unreliable. Pause. Can I just write on my sticky note, I totally agree with Friar Lawrence? That's true. Romeo loves you today, doesn't love you tomorrow, but then he wants you to love him back with your whole self and potentially lay down with him. He wants all that, but he may find somebody prettier than you tomorrow. I don't think anybody has to be faithful if the person they love is going to treat them that way. That's my sticky note. I think that puts me to 6 or 7. You can put whatever you want, but I agree with his priest that, you know what, if men aren't being faithful, why should women be? In the play. In the play. Okay. You scolded me often, loving Rosaline. I scolded you for obsessing about her, not for loving her, my student. And you told me to bury my love. To get rid of one love. I didn't tell you to get rid of one love and replace her with another. Please, I beg you, don't scold me. The girl I love now returns my love. The other girl did not love me. Oh, she knew very well that you were acting like you were in love without really knowing what love means. Pause. Do you think Romeo knows what love means? I'm not sure. I think he thinks if someone's pretty, then he loves them. Or maybe he really does love Juliet. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think Romeo knows what love means? That can be your 7 sticky note. I think I'm up to 7 already. But come on, inconsistent young man, come with me. I'll help you with your secret wedding. This marriage may be lucky enough to turn the hatred between your families into pure love. Let's get out of here. I'm in a rush. Go wisely and slowly. Those who rush stumble and fall. Now that we're done with our packet, I need you to work in groups to work on your study guide. It needs to be complete along with the vocabulary on the back. When you're done, put it in our class drawer next to the printer. All right, good luck.